Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel CCNA Day 3. I am Muhammad Yub, I am your trainer for this entire series. So let's start today's session. So what we have done so far as of now, uh, we have done the port configuration of the router. I will show you the image. Router interface. So in every organization, if there is a new organization, we have to set up all the things from our side. As a network engineer, we have to configure the router switches. So in the CCNA, we are going to configure the setup of the switches and the routers. So we have done so far. We have configured the FA0, FA01 port, fast Ethernet port, and we have configured the console port, and we have configured the auxiliary port. Now we are going to configure the serial port, serial 0 or serial 1. So let's start the practicals. Configuration of serial port. Configuration of serial ports. Okay. See this. When we are going to set up a new router, uh, this setup we need for this to set up a new router. So we have seen so far, we have seen the last videos how to set up a router through console port, open terminal, open desktop. Okay, see this guys. When we configure our router, it was not asking the password. Now it is asking for password. Why? Because we have configured the enable password and our router password, right? So that is why it is asking what we have given the password. Submit, enter. So user mode, type enable, then again password. This security is for not to authorize any other user, any other in the organization. As a network administrator, we are only the authorization to access the routers and the switches. We are the network administrator, he is only access the router and the switches. So the security purpose is for to not use unauthorizedly to any other person. Well, that is what we are giving the password to the router. So what is the command to check the configuration? Show running config. Show running config to check the router configuration. Host name we will discuss it upcoming videos. We have given the enable password, right? So it is showing enable. Okay, spanning trip mode we see in the switches. So now we are going to configure the serial port. Coming to the nodes. Nodes is very important guys. You have to pause the video and take the screenshot of the nodes. Based on the nodes only you have to configure your practical so that you will get the good configuration and without any issue. See this. Last videos we have done this 5 tabs configuration in our router. So now we are going to first we'll read the theory. To access router, it is showing the instructions how to access the router. Just now we have access, right? Start program, accessories, communication, hyperterminal, specify any name, okay, select connectivity, communication one, okay, port setting and if 1600 bit per second default. No need to select anything, just we have to click on OK only. It will take a default only. This is the OSI model. There are 7 OSI model like physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session, presentation layer, application layer. So in interviewer they will ask you the what is the layer 3 device, what is the layer 2 device, they will ask, so that you need to tell them that the router is a layer 3 device and the switch is the layer 2 device. See this. Router is a layer 3 device which enable the communication between two different networks which are located at a different geographical locations. That is the function of the router. Default gateway is a device which access any entry and exit point. This is the router functions, 3 router functions: internet word communication, best path selections, packet switching. Types of WAN technologies: dedicated services, lazy line, MLL manageable lazy line network, circuit switching, PSTN public switch telephone network, ISDN integrated service digital network, packet switching, frame relay, MPLS multi protocol label switching, ATM asynchronous transfer modes, fourth broadband. This will come under CCNP. This is the theory. Lease line serial back to back cable. When the two different I will zoom it the nodes so that you will get the clear picture. When the distance between two routers is short, a specific V.35 back to back cable is used to replace the copper wire CSU and DSU and MUX. What is it telling in the first point? If our router first router and the second router in the same branch, then we are using a .V35 back to back cable that will call as CSU and DSU MUX. Second point, for data communication using back to back serial cable, one end has to be DC and other end has to be a DT. Types of encapsulation: PPP, HDLC and frame relay. So now we are going to configure our today's sessions, WAN port configurations or serial port configurations. So what is the syntax to configure? So I will show you the practicals. See this guys, this is the serial port. Actually we don't have a serial port in our router. I will show you that. See this, only we have interfaces, not a serial port. So for this our router is a, so we have seen in the previous sessions there are two types of router, manageable and unmanageable. So our router is a manageable router so that we can add the ports. So how to add the port, I will show you the serial port how to add. Just click on router, uh, you will see this interface of the router. Zoom it and we need to select WIC 2T. Remember guys, HWIC-2T. We need to take this and you need to just drag and drop to the router. It will show you, it will tell you that please power off the router. See this, cannot add a module when the power is on, so we have to off our router, power off our router, then you can put the communication port. See this, No need to here put the comport. Only we need only two, serial 0 and serial 0 and serial 1. But because if you are using more number of routers, then we need a second port also. This is the serial 1 slot and this is the serial 0 slot, as you can see in the figure. So power on the switch. Now our serial port has been done. Again going to start the router. It will ask you the password, or directly you can go through this also terminal. You will get confused. I will choose it through terminal only. Subnet enable subnet show running config to check the configuration. See this guys. Previously we don't have the interfaces in our router, right? So we have added the hardware to our router, I mean serial port. So that is why it is showing. Previously it is not showing in our router series. Here the router is showing only FA0 and FA01 only. Now we have added the serial port also. So configure. So we are going to configure our serial 0 interface. So what is the syntax to configure interface serial 0? So we need to go to the configuration mode. So what is the command? Config T. Config T to go to the configuration mode. Then interface serial 0/1/0. Like this you need to enter. Why are you using 0/1/0? Because our serial interface is showing like this only, 0/1/0. So that is why I'm taking. If the interface is showing like 0/0, then you have to take 0/0. As per our notes, it is showing like only serial 0, but you have to put the serial 0/1/0. So next we have to give the IP address to our interface. What is the IP address? Here, see this. IP address 172.16.0.1 and a subnet mask. So we have give the IP address 172.16.0.1, subnet mask for class B. This is the class B network. So then enter to enable the port. What is the command, guys? No shutdown to enable the port. For shutdown to disable the port. Remember this command. Encapsulation, what we are using? HDLC. Encapsulation HDLC. Clock rate. See this guys. How to find this clock rate? As per notes, you will get the clock rate 64,000. But in this scenario, you have to check whatever the clock rate is showing in our router. That is only you have to put this into the command. We will see in the previous command what is showing 2 lakh. Here, see guys. This is the clock rate. 2 lakh we have to give. As per our notes, it is showing 64,000. But we have to check in the running config so that you will get the clock rate. So you have to enter this clock rate. So 2 lakh clock rate 2 lakh 6 zeros. Enter, then exit, then exit. Show running config to check the configuration. See this guys. Previously we have given IP address to interface FA01. Now we have given the IP address to serial 0 also. Serial 1 is blank. We'll see in the coming videos. Enter VLAN 1. Okay, done. So for this output, what we have to check? See to the next page. There is two branches. This is Chennai and the Hyderabad branch. I will do the practical in the coming videos. Don't worry. To verify, this is the syntax. To verification, what is the command? Show controller serial 0 or and show interface serial 0. Show interface serial 0. 0 slash 1 slash 0. We have to put total 0 slash 1 slash 0. Enter. See this, guys. Why it is showing, I will tell you that. These are the points which we have to verify with our present task. See this. Serial 0 is up, line protocol is up. It means all configuration is good and connectivity is fine. Serial 0 is administratively down, line protocol is down. It means no shutdown has not been given on the local router interface. When you configure this serial interface, these 4 points you will get the output. If this one is matching with your output, that means all the configuration is good and the connectivity is fine. If your output is matching to this second scenario, so that what is it is showing, what is the second port is telling, serial is administrative down and line protocol is down. It means no shutdown was not given. That means we have not given the no shutdown to the interface. If you get output this serial is line protocol is down, it means clock rate both encapsulation is different. Clock rate we have given, right, 62 lakh, and the encapsulation HDLC we have taken. So that means both are different. That in that scenario you will get the this third point. And the fourth point is serial 0 is down, line protocol is down. It means no shutdown is not given. The physical connectivity with the router is not available. Okay, so we have to take two branches as per our notes. We have taken only one. That's why it is showing serial 0 is down. See these guys, Chennai and Bangalore. We have to take two branches, then only we'll get the output. Okay. See what is our output. See guys here. Serial 0 is down, line protocol is down, disable. That means we have created only one branch. Our configuration is well and good. We have configured as per our nodes only, but we have forget to add the one more branch as per our nodes. See this. We have to add one more branch. This is the Chennai branch and this is the Hyderabad branch. Why it is showing? Well, because the second phase of the interface is missing, right? I will show the practicals. Just we have to copy as it is and paste for the second branch. So we have configured this out, right? So we will remove our console keyboard from console port and we'll put into the console, and make sure we have to give a connectivity. So in the theory, what we have read in the theory, see this. When the router distance between two routers is short, a specific .v35 cable is used to replace the copper wire CSU DSU. So we have to take the CSU and DSU wire. See this. Which one is CSU and DSU? And this is a console. This is copper. This is copper cross copper. This is fiber. This is phone. This is coaxial. This is DC device. Serial DC. So we have to take this cable and put into the one of the interface like serial 0 or any other port you can give. Why? Because we have given IP address to the serial 0, right? So we have to take to the serial 0 only. If you have given IP address to the serial 1, you have to take to the serial 1. So we are going to take this port as serial 0. to the first interface and same to the second interface. See this. Now we are going to configure our Hyderabad branch. This is the Chennai branch we have configured, and we have to configure the Hyderabad branch. See this. So firstly we have to remove the old configuration. Why? Because we have copy and paste to the same LAN, right? So we have to remove its default configuration. Subnet enables subnet show running config. See this. Make sure guys you have to make your practicals as per notes only, so that you will get the output. If you have not done with as per the notes, then you will not get will output. So as per notes, what we have, interface serial 0, IP address is 172.16.0.2. See this. What is showing? Interface serial 16.172.16.0.1. So we have to make it as 172.16.0.2. So we'll change this IP address config t interface serial 0 0 IP address 172.16.0.2, subnet mask 255.255.0.0, enter. Then no shutdown, clock rate, encapsulation SDLC. Maybe the clock rate will not take. Why? Because we have given to the other side, right? Clock rate 2 lakh, same. The command applies only a DC interface, so we have already given, no need. Then exit. Then exit. Show running config to check the configuration. See this guys. 172.16.0.2. As per notes, we have given the IP address to the serial interface. So we will check the command. What is the to verification? What is the command? Show interface serial 0. Show interface serial 0/1/0. See this guys. Serial 0 is up. Line protocol is up connected. That means see this. Serial 0 is up. Line protocol is up. It means all configuration is good and connectivity is fine. So make sure you have to get this output from this 4. If you're getting like any other, output from your router, so give me a comment into the comment box. I will show your practicals and I will give you support to you. Make sure you have to get this first one point only, so that means your configuration is good, then you can do the other practicals. So we'll check to the Chennai branch also, what is showing to the Chennai branch. Show interface serial 0. See guys, serial 0 is up, LAN protocol is up connected. So today we have completed the configuration of serial 0. Go to the, I will show you into the image. Now see this. What we have done so far, we have configured the serial port also, and we have configured the fast Ethernet port, console port, auxiliary port. So from next videos we are going to start the static routing. Now today we have done our class. So next we are going to see the static routing. See this static routing. This is our next practicals. Like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon to get the latest videos. If you have any questions, so that give me a comment into the comment box. I will give you the reply of the your questions. So thanks for watching, guys.